All right, welcome back everybody. Jeremiah here, and we have got ourselves another unboxing, this time Wano Luffy from Ichiban Kuji. We're going to break this down. I'm going to talk a little bit about the character and maybe a little bit of background on just like where this figure comes from. And then we're going to jump straight into what's probably going to be the quickest unboxing you might have ever seen. Let's check it out. Alright, so what I have here is Luffy from the anime series One Piece. So if you guys are not familiar with the anime, my best suggestion is to just check out the anime for yourself, but I gotta warn you, it is fairly long. We are, I think, at around 900 plus episodes. Like this debuted, I don't know how long ago, but a pretty long time ago. And I've just been keeping up with it ever since. I think I was in high school when this anime came out. So it's really cool to sort of see it just expand in terms of story. And where it's at right now, it's super exciting. So definitely, I'm a little biased on this one. I love it. And let's see what I think about this actual figure. Okay, so for those of you guys that don't know the anime series, I'm going to do a quick breakdown. For those of you guys that are familiar already, you can probably skip this part. But it's very short. It's just, the whole idea is these guys are, pirates in this crazy, world where you can go on adventures and visit different islands and encounter different people. And basically the whole goal is for them to sail to, one part of their world and uncover, the greatest treasure ever, all right? Which they call One Piece. This is why it's called One Piece. The one thing that makes it interesting are the stories that are that take place really on each island, and I think that's the reason why this anime has gone on for so long, is because you can pretty much do a brand new story, introduce a new island every time. Because you got to think about it, their world is basically one giant archipelago, right? There's just a bunch of different islands that you can visit. It's just really interesting, the drama that happens there. The one thing that makes it an awesome shonen anime, when I say shonen, obviously it's just guys with superpowers, okay? Is that they have these things called devil fruits, and so when you eat the devil fruit, okay, we actually don't know where they come from. I don't know why it's called the devil fruit. I don't know if it comes from the devil or what. That would be cool. Oh, I hope we find out, okay? But they get these powers from these fruits, and everybody has different abilities. So sometimes they're really cool, you can turn yourself into fire, or maybe what are some of the other ones? This one guy turns into sand. Another guy's in control of darkness. I don't in the anime it looks cool, but in reality I'm just kind of you could just make things dark. I don't know. But this guy, he's the main character. This is Luffy, and his main power is he stretches. He's rubber, basically. That's it. That's his main power. And it's super silly. I read an interview from the manga artist, and he talks about why he made Luffy's power very rubbery. He purposely made Luffy's power pretty silly, made out of rubber, because he said that if he knew that he could make him out of rubber, that means that no matter how complicated or how serious the story gets, it's always gonna be light in terms of the theme, or at least the feel, because he can become really silly, right, with his powers made out of rubber. So yeah, pretty cool. So he is the main character, and obviously he's in this picture, okay? He's got fire here, so you might be wondering why does he have fire if he's made out of rubber? Well, the quick breakdown for that is just that everybody in that world, outside of just their special powers, okay? Because there are regular people there too, right? I'll talk about those guys later if I do an unboxings for them. But there are regular people there in that anime, and so they haven't gotten superpowers, but everybody has this ability that they call Haki. Haki is basically just your willpower, right? So anybody can have it, regardless of whether you have superpowers or not. And your Haki, it's there's I think different forms. So there's the Haki of observation, just means you can foresee a little bit of the future, and not a fortune teller weird way, but let's say it's in a fight, you can kind of perceive where the punches are coming from, which makes the guy super hard to beat. So there's that, the Haki of I think it's observation is what it's called. Then they also have what this is called, which is the Haki of the color of arms. Basically what it means is let's say you have a normal punch, you can pick that Haki, you put it towards your hand, and you kind of create this your willpower is surrounding your fist, which makes it much more stronger. That's what Haki is. in that sense. Okay, that's number 2. I think, and then number 3 is like the Haki of the Conqueror, which is just like you can walk into a room and just go like this, make like a constipated face, or just get serious. I mean, that's in the anime. That's how they do it. They just like their eyes go weird, and basically what it basically means is because their aura is so strong, people who cannot handle that aura just end up fainting, right? So it's a really cool way to see people like pass out, and you don't have to fight people. You can just kind of use Haki. So anyway, that's what this is. That's what that is. Okay. If you want to know more about the anime, again, there's a lot of stuff on YouTube. You can look at it. But I have a feeling you guys already know who this guy is. Otherwise, you probably would not have clicked on the video. Okay, so let's jump into it. Now, this character, at least this figure itself, is pretty rare. Okay, it's rare because, again, I've talked about Ichiban Kuji before. I have an Ichiban Kuji video on Dark Broly, right? And he was the last one version. So this guy is the last one version of this set, okay? What makes him last one? Well, it's this part. There's actually, okay, so in the Ichiban Kuji line, you can have last one figures, okay, like the special edition last one that's really hard to get. You can have those figures like be a brand new figure, or it can be like a variation of like another figure, okay? In this case, there are 2 actual types of Luffy in the set. There's this guy that has the Haki version, and then there's another guy that just has a normal fist. Okay, so this alone, like this thing right here, like that with the fire and the blackened fist, that is what makes this one special. Otherwise, everything else from the normal version is the same. Okay, so I wanted to get the last one version because I don't know, it's just special, and if you're gonna get a Luffy piece, why not get this one, right? So I got him, and I gotta say, this one is actually BIB, all right, which means back in box, meaning the seller had it already on display, and he just put it back in the box, and you know, I was okay with that because, you know, I like the MISB or the MIB versions because I like to do the little cutting, right? But it's just really hard to find him in that state anymore because this came out, I don't know how long ago, and so it's probably hard to find one unopened. So I felt really lucky with getting this in this state, and he was under 40 bucks. I mean, I don't know how it costs internationally, but under 40 USD, pretty good deal, I'd say. All right, so that's the background on the figure. I did say I was going to talk a little bit about the character, which I did talk about a little earlier, but for this one specifically, okay, this Luffy represents where they're at in the current arc, which is the Wano Country Arc. The reason I said this is Wano Luffy is because this is Luffy in the Wano Country, okay? And basically, maybe I can show like some video here of what Wano Country looks like, but right now, they're in this awesome arc where it almost looks like feudal Japan. And everything's super colorful, and the story reminds me a lot of, like, I don't know if you guys know Seven Samurai, right? So Seven Samurai, a lot of those classics where you know you basically have like a warlord that's like really evil, and then the whole goal is to like collect all these like random ronin and like mercenaries and samurai and get like 7 of them and then like overthrow. So it's really cool that that's almost kind of like what's going on. But so there's actually a ton of Luffy figures out there, but since I'm super into the arc right now, and to me this is like the most unique looking Luffy that I've seen so far, and like I said before, I only want to get one version of a character, otherwise it'll get crazy, you know, like buying so many different versions of one character. So I just wanted to get one, and I thought this one was gonna be the one to get. Okay, so that's why I got him. Now I think we can jump into the unboxing, okay? I think, and this is going to be a quick one, right? This is probably going to be, like I said early in the intro, this is going to be the quickest unboxing you'll ever see, okay? So, let's get into it. All right, so let's take a look at the box. So I'll do a little up close here, all right? So you can see he is mad, okay? Now let's take a look at the side, okay? So it's just his artwork here. On the other side, it's got stuff I can't read, but a bigger image of what he looks like. Okay, that's the top. I don't know if you want to see the bottom, but ooh, looks like an envelope. I mean, if you guys want to see an unboxing, here you go, right? Oh, there's a little bit of hair here. Okay. Oh, and here's the back. Okay, so the back, nothing special, just like information. Okay, cool. All right, so let's jump into it. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's a year of when this was made. Doesn't look like I'll find it. Okay, anyway, now, as you may have noticed, I don't have gloves on because it's BIB. So, meaning, you know, the seller was already using his hands to touch it, so what do I care? It's already, you know, been opened and up and everything. So, we're gonna go gloves free. Hey, first time. All right, so let's get into it. Here we go. Open the flap. Bang. And woo! That's it, man. That's the quickest. That's the unboxing. All right, thank you guys for watching the video. Check this out. Okay, so let's break this down, right? Okay, I told you it was gonna be super fast because he's basically all set up. So really, this isn't much of an unboxing, more as much as it is a review. All right, so here's a little close-up of what Luffy looks like. Yeah, look at that. So he's got his X on the chest because he's a fan of DMX. Yeah, I don't know, maybe not, but they haven't quite, I think in the anime, so he didn't used to have this scar, but at some point he did, because he was fighting an animal, right, and that's how he got it. I would have wished that the way he got the scar was a bit cooler, but, I mean, that's it. So, the detail, I gotta say, I mean, we've been doing a lot of the Dragon Ball ones, but for this one, there's so many, he has like so many articles of clothing, which makes it super interesting, so we're gonna check that out, right? So check this out. Here you go. Okay. So first couple things. If you look at the top of his head, bang, he's got sushi or like a burrito roll. I'm just kidding. That is just a cool way to tie his hair, right? Little unique way to do that. And then on the back of the figure is his hat. Okay. That's what makes him Straw Hat Luffy. Let's see. Does it move? Okay, so this doesn't move, but the stuff in the front does. Okay, so you just want to be careful with that if you ever get this figure. You look at the sword. Let's look at the sword. The sword actually comes out. So if he's like, yo man, I'm gonna fight somebody, I can take the sword and fight, but like, why would you? Because you've got fire, bro. You got fire, man. I want to see if this actually fits here. Look at that. Now if he wants to be like Zoro and like put the sword in his mouth. That looks cool. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Zoro, but he can do that. He does that. But yeah, it comes out, but that's it. It doesn't. It's not a sheath or anything. Okay, it just slides in like that. Okay, and then cool. I think the next part that's pretty cool about this is the face. Well, actually, the face is probably the first thing. Just look at how angry he is, bro. He's ready for a photo. Okay, and then even the detail on the feet. Look at that. Feet. Wait, that was not very insightful, sorry. Look at that. Cool detail, man. Sandals. Alright, so he's got sandals here. Oh, and it looks like we revealed something. Oh no. Well, he's got, they even gave him details here. Look at that. I don't know if that's, well, it looks like Pampers. Yeah. So, and look at where the peg actually sits on him. So when you look from this position, super cool, man. But like, let's take a look how that actually sits. And there's a hole there. Not very comfortable if you're the character, but I mean, hey, whatever makes you look cool, bro. Okay, so now I don't know. Get this thing back in. Okay, there you go. All right, so the one thing I like about this is I like the clear stand. Yeah, it just, you know, I think for me, I like the clear stands better because at least from far away, it kind of looks like they're floating. However, they made the base black, so I mean, I can't complain, but it'd been cooler if it was like actually like see-through too. That'd have been much more awesome. All right, there's another detail that I missed that I want you to check out, okay? which is just like the shading. Notice the shading. So his abs are popping out. Yeah? And even the muscles. Yeah. And he's not very heavy, right? I think he's made out of plastic, but just the way that it's put together is very, very, very cool. Oh, wow. Another detail right here. Look at the grooves on the sandals that I was talking about. Okay? So they even went as far as doing that. So, yeah, I can't complain. I mean, I think this figure's definitely worth it, and he's probably got one of the coolest poses. And also, like, the coolest outfit, right? I didn't want to get, like, the normal Luffy outfit, so this one stands out. Okay, so let's measure him out. Let's see how tall he actually is, all right? So I'm going to take the measuring tape and just sort of see how he stands from the base. So if you're going to measure him from the base, if I'm going to say in centimeters, because that's going to be easier, okay? Yeah, he's right around 21, or maybe that's like 8 1/4 inches, okay, from the base. However, as a character, right, if you were to just take it from, let's say you take it from his sandals, it looks like he's right under, he's like 6.5 inches, okay, so not bad. Small, but, I mean, he's not as big as Broly, but I'm actually okay with this line of sizes for the figures, because I don't want it too big. I kind of want to make like a huge battle scene, right? Where they're just kind of like, oh, and there's like a bunch of people. If everybody was huge, then like there'd be no place to go. There'd be no place. There'd be nothing that I'd have. Like I couldn't tell my story, man. Couldn't tell my story. So anyway, all right, cool. So final thoughts on this guy. Is he worth it? Yes, if you can find him. He's a little harder to find nowadays. Again, because he is the last one version. But you know, if there's a will, there's a way. And I'm super happy. This will probably be the only Luffy I get. Cross fingers. I really don't wanna get any more of this guy because that'll just be a hole I will not get out of. But you know, if another one comes along that looks even nicer than this one, then I'd probably trade this out and get that. I just kind of want to keep it simple. Cool. All right. So let's take one last look. Here I'll do a little bit of a close up on Luffy right now. So as you can see his face. Right there. Okay, little close-up of the body. Okay, and that is it for the review. I told you it was going to be a quick one. I mean, barely any unboxing. Just really a review on this awesome-looking dude. If you liked the video, go ahead and leave a comment. Just say hi, hello. I don't know. You can leave whatever comment you want. I'll probably respond. Or just like. And do me a favor, subscribe too, right? If you guys enjoy toy collecting, or maybe you're a fan of dancing, I also have some dance videos. Hope you guys enjoy those, okay? So, that is it. We're going to leave it at that. This has been Wano Luffy, Ichiban Kuji, last one version. Here's one final look. Alright, that's scary. He might fall off. Okay. Alright, thank you guys again for checking this out, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.